Hello, Dave here with RadiationHealthRisks.com. I want to answer a serious question for everybody today. The question I want to answer is 5G technology more dangerous than 2, 3, and 4G? Short answer is yes. I want to explain it to you. So, we're all familiar with regular electricity that turns our lights on and runs our appliances. As regular electricity increases in frequency to the point where it becomes airborne, it becomes electromagnetic radiation. And there's this thing called electromagnetic spectrum. On the low end, you have things like radio waves, AM and FM radio waves. You get up a ways, up higher, you get into things like microwaves. You get all the way to the top, you get to things like X-rays and gamma rays. The higher you go up the spectrum, the shorter the wavelength, which means the higher the frequency. The higher the frequency, the more dangerous it is to us. On the lower end with the AM and FM radios, you've got the lower frequency, which means longer radio waves. So let me explain to you the difference between 2, 3, and 4G and 5G. So with 2, 3, and 4G, they used between 1 and 5 gigahertz. Compare that to 5G that uses between 24 and 90 gigahertz. 90 gigahertz, to put that in perspective, is basically 90 billion electromagnetic waves hitting the cells in your body every second. It's much more radiation than what we're naturally exposed to. And I was reading an article the other day that says that they're estimating that as we get down the road a ways, 5G is going to use more than 90 gigahertz. There's a U.S. military has a crowd control microwave weapon that operates at 95 gigahertz, which is just 5 gigahertz higher than the 24 to 90 gigahertz of 5G. So, compared to 2, 3, and 4G, 5G uses ultra high intensity and ultra high frequency. So that's the first problem. The second problem is the wavelength, the millimeter wavelength that 5G uses is very, very short compared to 2, 3, and 4G, and very, very dense. What does that mean? It means that it doesn't travel very good, and things obstruct it, like a house or a tree or even the rain. And so somebody using their cell phone, we're used to good cell reception. You don't want to be walking around a tree and lose your cell signal. So what they're going to have to do to compensate for that, and the reason they want to use this is because it carries a tremendous amount of data, more data than 2, 3, and 4G. But to compensate for the losing the signal so easy, they're gonna need to put a lot more mini cell stations. We've all seen the big cell phone towers that we're used to seeing everywhere. We'll still have those, but we're also going to have a bunch of little mini cell stations. They're estimating that they'll need to have them between 2 and 8 houses. And you won't notice them as much because there'll be these little mini cell stations, they call them, and they'll be on the top of street lights or on the top of houses or whatever. And like I said, they're going to need to have them every 2 to 8 houses, so that when you're on your cell phone and you walk around that tree and you lose the signal, the cell phone, without you even realizing you lost your signal, will just grab it from a different cell tower or mini cell station. And so that's the idea. So to kind of summarize, why is 5G more dangerous than 2, 3, and 4G? It's compared to 2, 3, and 4G, it's ultra high intensity, ultra high frequency, which the higher the frequency, the more dangerous it is to us. And we're going to have a lot more mini cell stations all around us putting off the radiation, so our exposure is going to be a lot higher. And then as soon as they start putting out all of these mini cell stations, like they're already doing it in some U.S. cities already now. The things like anything that you have in your house that's Wi-Fi is going to start coming out 5G. And so we'll have that radiation within our house as well. So I hope that explained it. I hope that answered your question. I hope I did it in a way that was understandable and interesting. So
Shalom Akim, all praises, honor, glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. And peace and blessings to you, fellow Akim, enduring afflictions as a good soldier, Yahushai, the Shabbat Khanat. And as you see this video, this man speaking, it's he's talking about the dangers of 5G. Okay, 5G, this new technology that they're rolling out in many different countries. China's already rolling it out. You already have this technology out there. This technology has already been thought of and conceptualized and actually implemented. Okay, which 5G is meant to kill you. Bottom line. All right, so here's the article: why 5G cell towers are more dangerous. Now, I'm not going to go into the article. You can just Google why 5G is dangerous. This thing is bugging out. But basically, the 5G, the new technology, is meant to kill you, destroy you, and also bring in the mark of the beast. Okay, the Internet of Things. As you hear the man in the video, he spoke about how 5G has a higher frequency and it can carry a lot more data. And what the so-called white man wants to do, he wants to crash this Federal Reserve System and all these different, paper dollar systems to usher in a new system, the mark of the beast, which is an RFID microchip, which is connected to the Internet of Things. Okay, and this 5G technology is way more advanced. Excuse me. It's way more advanced than 3G and 4G, which I always give this testimonial. I actually was in telecom for about 5 years, and I used to put up these systems, and I would program and I would test these different systems. From when I start coming in, they start phasing 2G out, but I've done some 2G, and I've done a lot of 3G, and I've done a lot of 4G and 4G LTE, putting these systems in. And I had to go through hours and hours of training, okay, and then to hours of training to explain the dangers of radio frequencies. And it's dangerous then. All right, it's already been proven that cell phones give you cancer. Just as Esau in his medical field, when you have cancer, what does he do? He radiates you. So this is what's going to happen, and you're going to have multiple cell towers because of the shortwave frequency of these technologies, right? When the higher the frequency, okay, the shorter the wave, meaning in order for you to push out that wave, you have to put more power to it. So you're going to have 90 plus, okay, gigahertz, okay, radiating your body. And he said that the military already has a crowd control weapon, okay, that uses 95. All right, so this is part of Esau's depopulation, okay, agenda, okay, to destroy the masses of the earth. Okay, he wants to usher in AI. See, because he doesn't care. He believes that AI is going to be the next revolution. All right, they're going to have a few elites ruling the planet Earth, okay, and everything else is going to be hooked up to AI. And there are people, you're slaves, or you're part of the elite. All right, so Esau's plan is to destroy the world. And he has this technology, right, that will kill him, that's going to kill himself. So this guy is totally out of his mind. He's totally out of his mind, and the Most High, he has to destroy him. Before I bring up this scripture, let me bring out another scripture. Because it's impossible, okay, for this man to keep going. It's impossible. The world would destroy itself. And you have many people that are already upset about 5G being rolled out. A lot of Edomites, because they understand the dangers. They're in that field. Okay, I understand the dangers. Okay, shit, for 5 years, I didn't really know the dangers of RF frequency like that. They don't really, they just tell you that it's dangerous, or just don't stand so close to it. But shit, I've been zapped with radiation. We all been zapped with radiation. If you have a cell phone, if you have Wi-Fi, if you have any type of electronics, or even if you don't have electronic, there's waves that are unidentifiable to the naked eye that are passing through you right now. Shortwave and long wave frequencies. Okay. All right. So this man, he's about to get taken down. There's no possible way that the Most High Yahweh Shema Shai is going to allow this man to roll out 5G. All right, it's going to pretty much kill everybody. He's going to give everybody cancer. Now, he is going to have some level of success with his enterprise, okay, with the mark of the beast. He is going to chip a lot of people, but he is not going to chip the elect, okay? And then that's when Yahweh Shema Shai really is going to come and destroy this place, okay? And we're encroaching into that day now. This is Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. And when you go into these different articles, let's go back here. And let's just, because all I did was put in Google dangers of 5G. Let me just read up here, and this is in Google. This is part of the article, so it took a paragraph out of the article where I was in, where the video you just saw. So it says, according to SafeSpaceProtection.com, the microwaves from cell phone towers can cause memory loss, headaches, cancer, birth defects, and heart disease. Some believe the closer you live or work near a cell phone tower, the greater risk to your health. Cell phone towers create electromagnetic radiation. All right, so cell phones, this man's technology, which he has wooed the whole world with his technology, but really his technology, there's side effects. There's side effects to his technology, and he don't get it twisted. Esau has tested out all these things. Okay, and there's a bill, I believe it was passed in 1991, where cell phone companies can put up. The government cannot stop, the state nor federal cannot stop any cell phone towers from going up in different cities, even though they might cause health problems. And that's Esau, creating these different laws to justify him putting up, these killing devices. And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. All right, because if Esau was able to fully implement and roll out his 5G, which my brother, he actually works for a company that they're putting up 5G. He's in charge of putting up a 5G network out there in Phoenix. And I believe they already have 5G out in Sacramento that they're rolling out, and 5G down in the Silicon Valley, San Jose area. So these things are already being pushed out, and they don't have to tell the people, okay, by the way, there's already 5G maybe in a city near you, okay, being tested. And there's also 5G. Let me see if I can pull up the article. 5G killed a whole bunch of birds when they were doing testing. Let me just Google it real quick. So this is radiationdangers.com. Hundreds of birds dropped dead during 5G experiment in the Netherlands. Okay, which out there is a heavy, that's where, Switzerland area, Netherlands, all that area, that's where these Ericsson is at. Ericsson is one of the leaders of 5G networks. Okay, you have Ericsson, you have Huawei, you have ZTE, you have all these different companies getting in on 5G. Google, because this is the next big technology. There's way more capacity that can be held in these 5G cell towers that are small. So there's less space needed, but more capacity. But by doing that, by having less space and more capacity, meaning you're able to put these up, they're more economical, they're cheaper, there's more dangers that are associated with it. So these people are already bugged out in these cities. Why do you think cities are so crazy? Okay, because it's goddamn radiation being pointed at you all times of the day. That's why people are all messed up in the head. Now I'm not going to read the article, but you can read. You can go through these articles if you want to. I just want to spotlight, the dangers of this man, the dangers what this man is bringing to the world. All right, and if you didn't have this truth, if you were not privy to the fact that America is going to be destroyed, you would think that this is your future. Okay, you would think that there's a future in Babylon, and then you would read things like this, and this would what? This would bug you out. This would make you upset. You would protest. You would become an activist. But we know that none of those things are going to matter. Okay, because so-called white man, he has the power to implement martial law. He has the power to put you to death. These are all things written on the books, and one little voice is not going to stop the elite from pushing out this technology, because the elite are the one who's pushing out this technology. They said it's okay. All right, the different policy makers or your different Congress, they set these bills to where they can push this. So everybody's going to get hit with radiation. That's how crazy
like the video went out.
That's how crazy that this so-called white man is. But for the elect's sake, Yahweh Shema Shah, he's going to save us. That's how we know we're close. That's how we know Yahweh Shah is going to white men millions upon millions of these cell towers for eternity. Okay, and put them up and then just kill everybody. Everybody's sick. And then what he's going to do, he's going to offer you some type of magical pill, or he's going to offer you to put a chip in you to manipulate your biology. All right, this dude's the goddamn devil, man, and he's about to be taken down. Okay, this is Revelation 11:18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints and them that fear thy name. All right, he's talking about the elect, small and great, and should destroy them which destroy the earth. Okay, and Esau, with this 5G technology that he wants to roll out, he's going to destroy the earth. Right there, it just said that thousands of birds died, hundreds of birds died, excuse me. Okay, but he's going to stop at nothing to try to fulfill his enterprise. Okay, all right, which is his new world order, which he believes, okay, look, I'm going to kill a whole bunch of people, and I'm going to be able to have my chip, or I'm going to be able to chip people. So it's like, oh, okay, things work out. And this is the sick, demented mind of the so-called white man. Okay, let me bring out the scripture. Yeah, I'm not going to make it long. You know what? I want to bring out this. This is Psalms 64. And 1, hear my voice, O power, in my prayer, preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. And this is a fearful thing if you don't have the protection from Yahweh Shema Shai, to know that your government is actively trying to kill you. And they don't give a goddamn about you and your family. Are your babies going to get hit with radiation? Your children going to come out all deformed? Okay? Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. These are the elite of this world that actually, put their stamp on this technology, which there's technologies out there that you can use for the good, but Esau, he can't do good. All right, he's going to use everything on the left-hand side. Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot as secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. The perfect is talking about the Israelites. And this is what they do. They do all these things in secret. What so-called Negro was had a say-so if 5G was going to get implemented or not, or the safety precautions of 5G? What so-called Negro, Hispanic, and Native American had a say-so? Okay, no, none of you. All right, so you're at the mercy of the so-called white man, which proves that he actually he runs the world. Which them damn Gooks and Moabites, they're heavy into that 5G too, and they're likening their country to Babylon. They're following the same way after Babylon. Okay, and they're going to be destroyed. That's why the nations were angry, because they have taken that cup. Well, really, Esau forced them to drink that cup, and then they say, "Oh man, this is good," so they just kept drinking the cup. Okay, his philosophy, his doctrine. So it's clearly evident that the so-called white man is the wicked. Only a wicked person would do this, to actually implement technologies to destroy you even faster, because the technologies that are out now, oh, well, I got a cell phone, oh, I got a smartphone, I can do this, I can do that. Well, that cell phone is killing you. Oh, Wi-Fi is so good. Oh, that Wi-Fi is killing you. Bluetooth is killing you. Are in different frequencies that you don't even know about. Okay, I actually would test. You have to use $1,000 equipment just to see the frequencies, okay, in the air that you can't see with a naked eye. Okay. Verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? So this is a snare that they're laying privately, because this is not well-known news. Or you have news stations like RT. You have these different alternative news outlets. But you people in America, you're just totally lost. You don't know what the hell is going on. And you're going to run to get 5G. And you're going to run to get the chip. All right, to so-called make your life better. But who made your life worse? Who made your life hard right now? The so-called white man. So here it is. He problem. How does it go? Problem, action, solution. Problem, solution, action. I forget exactly how it goes, but Esau, he creates the problem, and then he gives you the solution. and he's making money off of all of it. Okay. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both their inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. See, because Esau, he does a diligent search in wickedness. All right, this is wickedness. All right, the scriptures say that thou art wiser than Daniel. All right, and his wisdom really is wickedness. That's his wisdom, which is not wisdom at all. His wisdom is the what? Verse 8, verse 7. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow, suddenly shall they be wounded. See, so suddenly, so when he thinks he's going to be able to put all these things in place, oh, I got my newer order, so-called Jews, is looking like a rat, sliding his hands together. We got him. That's when the Most High is going to shoot those arrows at him. He's going to open up his what's it called? His weapons of his indignation, his armory. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away, and all men shall fear and shall declare the work of the Most High, for they shall wisely consider his doing. The righteous shall be glad in the Lord and trust in him, and all the upright at heart shall glory. Yes, we're going to be happy that this so-called white man is going down. For shit like this, this dude's trying to just destroy you, man. All right, the so-called white man is just trying to destroy you.